Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing Farms of the Month for January 2024. We've got 8 different protocols showing you some of the most amazing passive income opportunities that we've got around. So as always, let's jump straight into it. Welcome back, everyone. Just wanted to say, first of all, thank you for all of your ongoing support. I really appreciate it. You guys have really supported me, especially during the bear market. Every single comment, every single like really means a lot. All your kind messages, honestly, really means a lot. And hopefully we can continue to grow. The goal this year is to reach that 10,000 subscriber mark. So let's see if we can do it. Hopefully we can. Anyway, let's just kind of jump straight into it. We're going to talk about the different farming opportunities for the month of January. We've got 8 different protocols that we're going to cover today. I'm going to show you some of the different yields. It's going to be stablecoin focused. So we're going to talk about how you can use your stablecoins to make some income. So yeah, I think we're just going to dive straight into it. I did post this on Twitter first, so if you want to follow me there, feel free to do so. Whilst you're at it, subscribe to my newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description below. Well, we've got a bunch of really good articles there that I've been writing. We're going to first of all start with AAVE. Now, for those of you who don't know, AAVE is a money market. It is available on a variety of chains, including mainly on Ethereum, but also Alt L1s and Layer 2s. And essentially what I found is that some of the yields here for some of these stable coins can be very high. Here you can see USDT, SUSD from synthetics, and even LUSD being high double-digit yields for simple lending. And yeah, 30% there, really high. You don't really see these yields too often. Now, what I can say is that these yields are variable, so they will change from day to day, from week to week. So you will have to kind of move things around. These won't last for the entirety of the month. However, what I have noticed is that AAVE in general does have fairly decent yields. So what you may have to do is kind of use some of these other chains as well. Now, at the moment, Arbitrum doesn't have too good of yields, but for example, on Avalanche, you can see that USDT is also at 16%. At times, some of these other chains will also give you some very decent yields. So kind of flick through the chains and kind of see where the best opportunities are. You will find some really good ones from time to time. For now, Optimism seems to be very good. And the great thing about Optimism is, gas fees aren't too bad. And so you can simply kind of deposit, withdraw as you wish. And as long as you kind of keep your assets in for a short period of time, you should be able to recover those costs quite quickly. So yeah, AAVE, the main one, everyone knows what AAVE is. It's one of it's actually the largest money market that we have in crypto today. It works pretty well. It's fairly easy to use. This is all real yield because of the high borrow rates that we have right now in DeFi. So yeah, these will change, of course, but yeah, really good opportunity for sure that you can utilize for now. So that's AAVE. Nothing too much to really talk about there, but yeah, a good one to utilize for now. Moving on, we're going to talk about Raydium. So Raydium is probably one of the largest decentralized exchanges that we have within Solana. And as you can imagine, with the rise of Solana, lots of people are doing transactions, lots of people are using these DEXs. And so here you can see that we found a USDC-USDT pool with a 0.01% fee. And by providing liquidity for these two assets, you can see that the current APR is around 27%. Now, most of this is organic in the sense of trading fees, because you can see that, just in the last 30 days, this pool has had $500 million in volume. The only pool that's had more volume is the Solana USDC pool. And you can see obviously what the APR for that is. We're focusing on stablecoins, so there's no impermanent loss or anything like that. But I mean, if you were in this pool, you would have had a fantastic time in the last few months. A little bit is also paid in the Radium token, so you can do what you want with that. You can sell it, keep it, stake it, whatever. That's entirely up to you. But yeah, fairly decent. 27% for pretty much no impermanent loss on the largest DEX on Solana. Seems pretty good to me, and I don't think the volume for this pair is going to reduce that much anytime soon. So I'd like to think that with just less than 2 million in liquidity, this seems like a pretty good opportunity actually, and one that I think is a fairly decent one when you think about the risk and return. So yeah, USDC, USDT on Radium, very simple to set up. You just literally create a position, add both of the assets, and enjoy the fees that come along with it. So that's Radium at number 2. So number 3, we are talking about a completely different strategy altogether. We're going to talk about funding rates here. Now, Hyperliquid is a perpetual exchange, and with all perpetual exchanges, you have what's called a funding rate. And this is the rate that you pay to either long or short any particular asset. And what you will find is that currently, because the market is so hot, it actually costs quite a lot to long. So you can see here for Matic USDC, it's actually costing you around 167% to long. That means that if you were to short Matic, you get paid 167%. And so one of the strategies that you can do here is you can short Matic at, let's say, 2x leverage. And let's say if you had 2,000 Matic, that's going to cost you around $1,000. However, on that capital, you are going to be making 167%. And so what you can do is you can negate the downside price action by, or the upside, I should say, which results in your loss. You can negate this by being delta neutral. And the way that you can be neutral is the amount of Matic that you short, you just go on the market and you buy some Matic. So for example, over here, our total order value is going to be $1,960. All what we would do is go on any centralized or decentralized exchange and just buy $1,961 of Matic. And that means that if the price goes up or down, we're going to be neutral. Either our short position is going to make money or our spot position is going to make money. But they should cancel each other out. They should balance each other out. And you can just earn this 167% funding fee along the way. So that's a really good one. You can also find like other assets as well. So you can see that right now, the funding for Matic is quite high, but some of these other assets will have like other really high funding rates as well. So let's take Solana, for example. You can see that the funding rate for Solana is really, really high. It shows that people are really trying to long this quite a lot. And so by shorting Solana, you can get paid 236% at the moment. And all you would need to do is literally just go to Radium, buy an equal amount of SOL that you're shorting, and you just claim that funding fee. Very, very simple to do, very easy to do, and of course pays pretty nicely as well. The other bonus is you are going to get these points that will hopefully result in a Hyperliquid airdrop. I will leave my referral code in the description below where you can get a discount on your fees. But yeah, I think Hyperliquid is a very good perpetual exchange, and you can definitely make some passive income by just casually farming funding rates. The only thing that you need to be aware of is to make sure that you just don't get liquidated. So that's why I don't advise using 20x leverage. Please don't do that. Put the leverage bar as low as possible. And yes, I do know that that does result in you receiving lower profits. However, safety first. You do not want to get liquidated. That will completely ruin the strategy. So yeah, that's Hyperliquid, and that's delta neutral funding rate farming. Next, we're going to talk about Pendle. Pendle has always been one of my favorite protocols around. We've done a deep dive. We've covered them many, many times. Essentially, Pendle have these liquidity pools where you can provide assets and get paid predominantly in Pendle tokens. Now, Pendle have also got a bunch of Arbitrum tokens that they've got from the short-term Arbitrum incentive program, and they're dishing these tokens out to people who provide liquidity. And you can see that some of the yields for some of these pools are really, really high because of this. A USDC pool is a pretty simple pool in terms of just depositing, USDCs. So for example, if I just wanted to deposit 1,000, you'll get your LP tokens pretty easily like that. And you can earn obviously up to 40% there, which is really, really nice. You can see that there are a bunch of other vaults here as well. Some of them pay well, some of them don't pay well. Just keep an eye and kind of see where the yields are pretty good. Yeah, I think this one is probably one of the better ones. You can see there's already 9 million in TVL there. That's likely going to continue to increase whilst the rewards are this good. This is Pendle. Again, not too much to really say here. Very simple deposit and earn strategy. You don't really have to do too much. You can withdraw anytime. Moving on, we're going to talk about Curve, and we're going to talk about Curve on the base chain. And I was just skimming through Curve, and I just came across like some very, very good yields here, especially for stablecoins. So, for example, the reserve protocol assets like HYUSD and EUSD, these are both two stablecoins, earning 22 to 55% in CRV tokens. Really, really good. Likewise, the 4 pool, which consists of USDC, USD base coin, Axel USD, and CRV USD. So essentially 4 different stable coins. currently paying 23 to 59%. And you can see there's some pretty decent volume here as well in terms of daily volume. So you're getting a base APY as well on top of that, which is really nice. I think, yeah, Curve is great. Somewhere that I like to farm quite often, and you can't complain. Good yields, good protocol. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all there is to it. TVL is fairly low on the base chain, so these yields could change if a few whales kind of jump in. Have a flick through some of these other chains. Sometimes you get some really good opportunities on other chains too. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Curve. Moving on, we're going to talk about Timeswap. Timeswap is an Oracle-less money market, and as you can see on screen, you have some very, very good yields. Most of these are coming from both Arbitrum token rewards as well as the Future Time token, which isn't actually out just yet. We've talked about Timeswap recently on the channel, so go and watch that video if you want to learn about how to set up positions here. But you can actually see that some pools are paying you 100+% or 90%, which is incredible for really, really good yields. I mean, you can't really complain there. Happy days. And yeah, just go and have a look. Watch my video on it if you want to learn more. But yeah, very simple strategies where you can earn high double-digit or even triple-digit yields. Moving on, we're going to talk about Abracadabra, who are the innovators of the Magic Internet Money stablecoin. MIM has been around for a while. Yes, there have been a few depegs along the way, so please, please, please bear that in mind. But you can see here that the MIM 2 curve pool, where you can simply just stake, is paying, what is that, 30%? 31%, I believe. Yeah, 31%. Most of this reward is coming in the form of Arbitrum tokens, as Abracadabra were also one of the winners of the short-term incentive program. And so all you need to do here is you need to go to Curve. You need to basically deposit MIM, USDC, and USDT. And when you do this, you get returned some LP tokens. Take those LP tokens into Abracadabra and just basically deposit them in here. So for example, if you had 100 LP tokens, you just click approve, stake them here, and you can earn that 31%. And you can see that 25 million in TVL right now, pretty good actually. And of course, because of such good yields, why wouldn't there be high TVL? What you may also notice is underneath, you can see that the USDC MIM pool on Camelot, which is another DEX on Arbitrum, is also paying around 55%. And I've got this open already. What you can do is you can go to Camelot, you can provide both USDC and Magic Internet Money, provide them here. So let's say if you had 1,000 of each, you can provide them here. You can make the range a little bit wider, I should say. You don't have to make it that concentrated. You can see here, look, I've got a fairly equal amount of both assets. All you need to do is click approve and provide the liquidity here, and you'll kind of start earning as the volume. If the volume remains high, you'll get some decent rewards, but also there are Arbitrum rewards allocated to this too. So yeah, some pretty good rewards there. 55%, no impermanent loss. You can't complain there. So all in all, we've covered AAVE, which is the money market, some good yields on optimism there. Radium with the USDC USDT pool, paying 27%. The delta neutral strategies that you can do on Hyperliquid to claim those funding rates. Pendle with the good yields for the pools that they have, paying in both Pendle and Arbitrum tokens. The Curve pools on Base, which have some very good double-digit yields. Timeswap lending, which can, or even borrowing, which you can get paid to do as well. The 2 curve pool on Curve with MIM, USDC, and USDT paying 32%, as well as the Camelot USDC MIM pool paying 55%. Here you can see both of them there as well. So yeah, we covered quite a few different strategies. I'm sure there will be even more strategies that I'll kind of come across over the month. I'll update you on Twitter or my newsletter, or just ask me a question on Twitter. You can send me a DM anytime. I'm happy to answer your questions. So yeah, we covered quite a few. There will be more. Let me know your thoughts and your comments in this comment section below. And we'll be back with plenty more content in the near future.